Okay. Hello. Congrats on making it through Final Tribal.
Thank you.
How do you feel about how the season went overall?
Um, I said in my confessional once, but I think this is pretty
Yeah.
accurate, that I don't think I made a long-term plan because I didn't think, even though I was saying I was so confident, I didn't think I was going to make it that far. So at the end of the season, I was like scrambling. Um, so it was very much like I definitely improved. I improved my social game later. I improved my physical game later as well. Um, but like it wasn't really like intentional. Like I just kind of did it. And it made it really fun. Overall, I had an amazing time, and I'm glad that I got to know some of the people that were also castaways and production members and hosts that I didn't really know before. Um, Overall, if I could do it again, I maybe would have played a little bit like more strategically, like I was going to make it to the end, because then once I got to the end, I knew what was going to happen, and unfortunately, I did not win.
Who do you feel like your biggest allies this season?
Probably my biggest allies were Eliana and Aurora, but then I found out later, like they told me after Final Tribal that they were like already allied before I like joined, and they kind of just like tacked me on because they needed a third person to like get majorities and stuff, which is so funny to me because if you would have asked me this before Final Tribal, I literally would have been like Eliana all the way, and yeah, which I don't know how she felt, but I don't know. I thought my biggest allies were Eliana and Aurora for sure.
Yeah. So we're filming this after Final Tribal. Was there anything that surprised you about Final Tribal?
What surprised me about Final Tribal? I guess I didn't really speak to Lily that much, and so didn't know how hard she was going to go in on everybody. She did show me her speech right before we went into Final Tribal, right before we started Fallen Comrades. Um, and I was like, wow, aggressive, but okay. Um, and I should have assumed. It's hard for me to say whether it surprised me that she brought Colin rather than me to final two. I don't think it did. Like I think I knew deep down she was going to bring Colin, but like in my brain I was like hoping she wasn't going to. I hoped she was gonna abide by her deal, but I don't think that surprised me per se. I think the biggest thing that surprised me was how hard she went on everybody.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say in this interview?
Justice for Katie. I I fought a hard battle, and I'm proud of where I got. It would have been nice to win, but at the end of the day, um, even though she didn't abide by deals and everything, she didn't abide by most of them, so no one could really be surprised. She just played the game. Lily just played the game as best she could. Um, and ended up second. And congrats to Colin for flying under flying under the radar so well that he managed to win, even though he was like sick for like so long. Yeah, congrats to Colin.